Hello and welcome back to another What If. This is What If Deku was the re-Carnation of Ranma 1 half. And I'd like to make a recon a few things. Now, in the last video, I had said that it was a brunette girl with blue streaks that helped Deku. I was wrong. The hair color was actually brown. I don't know why I said brunette, and I do apologize. And the reason why Deku is scared to get one for all, solely the fact is that he's afraid that if he were to take it, it will enhance his quirk, but he's afraid that it will actually turn him to a girl forever. And that's something he does not want. So, now I believe on the last video I left off him getting his letter from UA saying that he got the top score in the battle portion. So let me continue off there. So next week, Deku was excited as he made sure he got his uniform ready. He's got his bag. As he ran out his room, and his mom was there with making breakfast. As she will say, "Oh, Izuku, I got breakfast ready for you." As Deku would be like, "No thanks, mom. I'm not hungry. I'm actually trying to get to class early." As Inko would be like, "Are you sure, honey?" He would be like, "Yeah." As he ran out the door. He would take the train to get to UA, and as soon as he gets to UA, it takes him a while to find class 1A, but as soon as he finds it, he sees the big door. As his eyes wide, he's like, "Wow, I wonder what kind of monsters that will be there to require such big doors." As he took in deep breath, and he's like, "Okay, I got this." As he will walk inside to see Tenya Ida yelling at Bakugo, telling him to take his foot off his desk, that he is being disrespectful to the people who came before him. As Bakugo would be like, "Up yours, nerd." As Ida would be like, "You dare use such language to me." As Bago would be like, "Yo, in your old school, did they shove a stick up your ass or were you born with it?" As Ida was getting more furious until he sees Izuku, as he turned around and rushed towards him with his chop hand motion. He's like, "You are the top students. You saw more than meets the eye in the test. You truly are amazing." As Izuku, he would be somewhat flustered, but calm, saying he still had that confidence. He will say, "Actually, no, I did what was right. As a hero, we must not focus on ourselves, but more focusing on helping others. Even if it means endangering our own lives." Ida will smile. He'll be like, "You are correct. And I am such an idiot for not realizing such aspect of the exam." As Bako will be like, "Whatever, nerd." Still somewhat in misbelief that it was still in misbelief that he did not get first place. He does not know who got first place, at least not yet. As Izuku will feel a tap on his shoulder as he would turn around to see the brown-haired girl with the blue streaks in her hair and be like, "Oh, I recognize that green hair. You're the boy who saved me in the exam." As Deku will turn around to see that girl and he'd be like, "Oh, hi. I'm glad you made it to class 1A. My name is Izuku Midoriya. As the girl would smile and be like, well, my name is Uchako Uraraka. Now, y'all might be wondering why I'm using Uchako. It's mostly because in other What Ifs, she's always hated on. I don't know why. She's like, she gets the Sakura treatment from Naruto. I'm just saying. Uh, so I'm trying to try to give Ochako more of a better light, I guess. I know people do it just to try to be like not being canon for the ships and stuff, but I really like Ochako and Midoriya together. So, um, anyways, back to the what if. Uh, as Izuku would reach out to try to shake her hand, as Ochako will smile and shake his hand back, saying, "Well, it's good to meet you." As Izuku will see a yellow caterpillar wiggling up, as he will be confused, as he will soon see a face as it stood up. As a sleepy man with baggy eyes, he'll be like, get to your seats. As everyone would say, as they will still somewhat be talking, as the guy will be like, shut up, you're not here to make friends. As everybody will be quiet, wondering who is this guy. As the guy would be like, my name is Aizawa. Right now, I need you to put these on and meet me at the field. As he would throw a gym, kind of like a gym uniform, the one they wore at Izuku. As Ochako would be like, well, what about the ceremony? As Aizawa would be like, we don't have time for such things. We are here to be heroes. Now, do I say, as Zawa will leave. So everybody will walk to the locker room and start changing. Now, I want to say it will actually be Kirishima will actually walk up to Deku just because Kirishima saw how bulky and muscular Deku is. He's like, dude, oh, what kind of training you do? As Deku will look up, be like, well, simple training, I guess. As Kenshin will be like, well, what's this simple training? As Deku would be like, like 300 push-ups, 300 sit-ups, 300 jumping jacks, a 300 mile run, and like punching metal and trees, stuff like that. As the people around who would hear him say that would be like, yo, that is not a simple workout. That's like hell. As that would be like, you think so? As everybody will nod like, yeah, it is. As Deku will hear something strange, heavy breathing. As he will look to see Madara, be like, ooh, I see it. My previous, I don't know what they call them, I'm sorry, predecessors have left us a gift. As Mineta would try to look through the people. Now Deku, he'll get very upset about this. I'm sorry, I'll get a drink. As Deku will be upset about this, as he will be like, hey, yo, great pet, I suggest you don't do that. As Mineta will be like, come on, man. It's so close. I can smell it. As Deku was about to do something until he sees an earphone jack shoot up and jab Mineta in the eye as Mineta was screaming in pain, but like, ah, it hurts. As Deku was smirking, trying not to laugh. Meanwhile, at the girls, Jiro would tell him what happened. She would tell him how this guy named Izuku was trying to stop him. So they finally made it outside as Aizawa was like, it took you too damn long to get ready. As he will grab the ball and toss it to Deku, as he will ask him, what's your father's throw while using a quirk? As Izuku would somewhat chuckle, be like, I'm kind of quirkless. Yes, on the paper is that does read he is quirkless. Now I don't know if y'all remember, but he does have a quirk. Is just he doesn't like it. So as Aizawa will raise his eyes like, you're quirkless, huh? And you got first place in the battle simulation. As Aizawa will be somewhat impressed with Deku's feat. As Aizawa will be like, well, throw the ball. As Deku will be, alright. As Aizawa actually activate his quirk to raise quirks, I guess, just to make sure that Deku wasn't lying. And as soon as Deku throws the ball, he actually gets 500 meters, which surprised Aizawa very much, as well as the other students, except for Bakugo knowing what kind of training Deku does, seeing him train and all that. So that's when everybody will get excited, be like, dude, we could use our quirk. Just getting very excited, and Zawa will be like, oh, you think this is gonna be fun, huh? Well, whoever gets last place will be expelled instantly. As Uraraka would be like, but you can't do that. It's the first day of school. That's not fair. As Aizawa would be like, oh, and power-hungry villains is fair. Natural disaster is fair. This world is not fair. It's your job to combat this unfairness. As Izuku will grip his fist with a determined look, as he was saying to himself, I will not fail. I refuse to fail. So the test will go on to normal. Now, I'm not gonna make Deku overpowered. So let's say on the race, he was like 4 seconds behind Ida. On the grip test, he actually was in second place behind the guy with the multiple arms. The jump, I want to give him 6th place. So it's more kind of even out with Deku. It's just he's not getting last place. As it went back to the ball throw, as everybody else did the ball throw except Izuku because he went already. As Uchako was still getting Infinity, Bakugo was still get same score. Now the person in last place is gonna be Mineta, as he will start to cry. No, not Mineta, Invisible Girl. Cause to be honest, I don't see how Invisible Girl even got in there. And I want to say even with all my training in the original series, Deku should have not been last. There's no way. But let's continue. As the Invisible Girl will actually start crying, saying, "Please don't, please. I promise I'll do better." As Zawa was about to speak up, saying that he was not going to spell anybody, but was not. As Izuku will actually speak up, it said, he's like, "Sir, please do not kick out Invisible Girl. She has a lot of potential. With a guy like me who has no quirk, but is able to be able to match with some of these other people with quirks, I truly believe that Invisible Girl should have what it takes to rise up and meet your expectation." As Aizawa will somewhat smirk and raise an eyebrow as he'll ask, "So you're saying that if given time and proper training, Invisible Girl can be able to keep up with the other students?" As Deku will nod, be like, "Yes, I'm sure she can." As Aizawa will be like, "Alright, fine, she can stay." As the Invisible Girl will run up and hug Deku and be like, "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I promise to meet your expectation. I will work twice as hard." And she will actually work twice as hard. She's gonna be working a lot more on her physical strength. So now everybody gets back to class, and I don't know when the hero versus villain starts. So I'm gonna say it actually starts the next day. So the next day, everybody's in class until All Might shows up, busts through the door, like, "Here I am, walking through the door like a normal person." As everybody will start to freak out, except for Deku, because he already met All Might, so he'll be more calm and composed. As All Might will continue saying that, "Alright, class, today we're having a special event. We're gonna do hero versus villains. But first," as All Might will reach into his pocket and pull out his remote. As soon as he press it, like kind of like the wall will someone open up, as cases will pop out with numbers. As All Might be like, "Go ahead, put on your hero costume and meet me at ground beta." So there's that whole sequence of everybody coming out in their hero costume. Everybody's pretty much the same except for Izuku's. I'm giving him more of a ranma look like you see in the picture. But the only difference is like the fabric is actually made of the same materials that they use for I want that they use for SWAT teams to protect them for they won't get hit, for like the bullets won't pierce through their skin. I forgot what they're called. Forgive me. Y'all could call me what they're called if y'all want. As on my like the hero, the looks make the hero, ladies and gentlemen, and y'all sure do make it proud. As they would start to draw lots. Now, I must say, I'm gonna do something a little bit kind of funny and interesting. I'm gonna keep everybody kind of the same, except for whoever had the Momo. It's gonna be switched out with Ida, and it will actually be Bakugo and Mumbo instead. They will still be the villains versus Deku and Ochako. And y'all probably wondering, well, why are you doing that? Well, you about to find out. So, All Might will be like, "Alright, there's two ways to win. For the villains, either hold out till the time on the bomb runs out, or use the capture tape and capture the heroes." Same goes for the heroes, but they have to touch the bomb to win. As All Might told Momo and Bakugo to go ahead and head inside to prep for the test. As Bakugo, and as soon as Bakugo and Momo entered the building, Bakugo will be like, "Hey, Momo, can you make soundtracks?" As Momo will be somewhat confused, he'll be like, yeah, why?" Now, I don't know if Momo can actually make soundtracks, but in this what if she can, so. As Bakugo will get like an evil smirk. He's like, "Oh, you'll see." After the 20 minutes are up, after the villains fully prepped, Deku and Ochako was at the entrance as Ochako asked Deku, "So, how do you want to do this?" As Deku would be like, "Well, knowing Bakugo, he will be coming at me straight on. So while me and him fight, I need you to go look for the bomb, and I'm gonna try to wrap things up with Bakugo as soon as possible. And as soon as you find the bomb, let me know, and then I'll get a position, and I will destroy the kind of floor, which will drop the bomb, and with your float." You use your float ability on yourself and kind of float yourself towards the bomb. As Ochako would be like, "Well, isn't that kind of dangerous?" As Deku would be like, not if you go super fast. Like, if you're really good with your float, you can probably get there in seconds. And while you do that, I could make sure Momo doesn't get hurt." As Urako and I'd be like, okay." As All Might would be like, "Ready, set, go." As Deku and Ochako walk inside. Now, as soon as you reach the first floor, Deku sworn he heard a meow. As he froze up and he looked around, he's like, "Ochako, did you hear that?" As she'll be like, "Hear what?" As Deku was somewhat chuckle nervously, like, "Oh, it's probably nothing. It's just part of my imagination." As Chaco give Deku kind of like a weird look. As they reach the second floor, you can hear more meows. As Chaco would be somewhat confused, be like, "Are there cats in this building?" As she will soon feel a tight grip on her arm as she will look to see Deku somewhat shaking as he tried to keep up a smile like it's nothing, and she's like, "Deku, are you okay?" As he like, "Oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm just cold." As he would continue to be shaking. As they would hear kind of like small running footsteps as Deku will start to freak out some more. I'm thinking it's an actual cat. As Ochako would be like, "Deku, are you scared of cats?" As she tried to hide in her laughter. As Deku be like, "What? No, I am not scared of cats. There's no way I'm." And then he hears a big meow so close to him that he jumps up, ready to run away. As everybody who was watching was somewhat laughing, but the one who was laughing most of all was Mineta. He's like, the guy who got first place in the battle portion is scared of itty bitty kitties. as Mineta will keep laughing, because that's something I can actually see him doing. As that's when Bakugo will rush in and start to attack Deku. As Uraraka will be hesitant to leave Deku in his state that he's in. As Deku will be like, I'll be fine. Just go look for the bomb. As Ochako will somewhat nod her head and somewhat leave. Go look for the bomb. As Deku will start to fight Bakugo, as will be like that. As Deku will be like, man, I should have known you would use my weakness to get against me. As Bakugo will somewhat that chuckle a bit. He's like, any way to beat you, I sure will use it. As Bakugo will reach in behind him, as she pull out a toy cat that looks so realistic. As he will actually shove it in Deku's face, as Deku will start to scream in complete fear and terror. Meanwhile, back at the Midoriya residence, Inko is doing her cleanup, vacuuming the floor in the living room as she heard a small crash. As she looked up and she actually noticed that the door was open and a cat actually got in and knocked over one of Midoriya's pictures. As she somewhat got a uneasy feeling, it was like, oh no, I hope it doesn't happen again. Meanwhile, back at the test, Izuku Deku, he's trying to escape from this toy cat, as Bakugo would just keep holding the fake cat toy on Deku's face, just laughing, as Mineta was just having a ball, laughing, as everybody else was somewhat kind of, well, they wasn't fully sure how to feel. As what Bakugo was trying to do is just scare him so much that he passed out. That's what's going through Bakugo's head. Like, oh, I'm gonna scare him so bad that he'll pass out. That's it. Now, so eventually Deku stopped screaming with his head down, looking like he actually did pass out. As Bakugo was about to turn and go help Momo, thinking that he won, but before he could, he took a few steps and stopped as soon as he heard meow. As Bakugo will be like, huh, I thought all the CD's soundtrack was done. As he heard it again, he's like, as he heard meow, as he would turn around to actually see Deku started getting up, as Bakugo will be like, what's going on? As he will notice Deku getting in a cat-like stance. As Bakugo would be like, oh, you want some more of this? As he will pull out some more fake cats and throw it at Deku. But Deku seemed unfazed, as Deku will start to hiss. As Bakugo was so confused of what's going on. The next, before Bakugo even could comprehend what's going on, Deku had actually already lunged towards him in such great speed that Bakugo didn't even have a chance to put up his guard. As Bakugo will feel like a punch in his stomach, but the thing is, his fists are curled up like paws. As one of the students from that was watching the fight will be like, is it me or Izuku kind of looks like a cat now? As everybody will actually tilt their head and be like, yeah, he kind of does look like a cat now. As the fight will continue on, as Bakugo is trying to dodge all the attacks that's coming from Izuku, as Izuku will keep hissing at Bakugo, as Bakugo will be like, snap out of it, you damn nerd, you're not a cat. As Deku was just out of it, as Bakugo was able to let out a few explosions hitting Deku, but that just seemed to make him even more angrier and a lot faster. As Momo will actually kind of use her intercom and be like, Bakugo, is everything all right? I thought you said that that you'd be done with Izuku real quick. As Bakugo will be like, well, something happened to this damn nerd and he's acting like a damn cat now. As I want to say it was actually Odrio will be like, I know this technique. As everybody will look at him and be like, what do you mean? Do you truly know what this is? And Odrio will be like, yes, I heard of it from my master. He said it is called cat fu. As everybody be confused, they be like, cat fu? What's that? As Odrio will go on and explain, saying that, well, what it is the you wrap the trainee in like fish, in some type of fish flakes, and throw him in with a bunch of hungry cats. And eventually you're supposed to learn how to fight like a cat. As everybody be somewhat shocked and surprised. As I want to say Mina would ask Odra, well, be like, well, do you know how to use this cat food? As Odra would be shaking his head like, no, I do not. As Mina would be like, well, why not? Odra would be like, because that technique is very dangerous. As no wonder Izuku was so scared of cats. As they will see the fight, as they will see Izuku actually uppercutting Bakugo with his paw, pretty much. As Bakugo would be knocked out. Then I want to say Deku was kind of sniff the air. He'd be like, and it smells something pleasant to him. As he'll start to follow the scent. Now let's go with Ochako and Mina. Ochako, someone got tired of waiting and decided to go ahead and charge in. As Momo will kind of create a metal pole to attack with. As Ochako, she doesn't fully have Kagome full memory, so but like she still had that battle instinct in her. So she will actually, Ochako will actually be able to hold out against Mo for a good while until Momo was actually able to land a straight shot on Ochako's stomach, which sent her flying to the wall. That's when Deku will show up and see Ochako being hurt by Momo, as Deku will hiss at Momo As the Momo will raise her eyebrows, still somewhat confused on what's going on. As Deku will charge and Momo will thrust her pole towards Deku. But as soon as she does that, Deku will actually claw the metal pole like it was a scrap of paper. As Momo will be so confused on how he was able to do that. But before she can do anything else, Deku just kind of pushed her towards the bomb, knocking her out. As Deku accidentally actually touched the bomb. And what I mean is, like, as soon as he pushes Mumble towards the bomb, knocking her out, he was somewhat in the air, and he used the bomb to push himself off towards Chaco. So I might be like, Hero Team wins. As I might be like somewhat confused, as Deku is actually with Ochako, nuzzling her and purring like a cat. And Ochako will slowly wake up. I forgot to mention that she actually passed out from the blow from Momo. But Ochako will slowly wake up, somewhat in a daze. And then next thing you know, she hears purring. She's like, brrr. She will look down to see Izuku rubbing on her like a cat. As Manila like, I'm so jealous. As Ochako will be like, why does this seem familiar? As Ochako will actually reach out and kind of gently pat Deku, calming him down. As the day goes by, everybody do their exam, and then Amaya will ask, so who's the MVP of the whole deal? As everybody will be, we had to go with Bakugo. As you might be one Bakugo, mostly because he knows his opponent's weakness. He used it against him, and he did actually have an effective plan. As they will turn their head to see Deku still over Chaco, purring like a cat. So, like a cat. So that's where I'm going to end it off there. I hope y'all comment, subscribe, comment what I can do better. I really do hope you like it. And thank you. Have a good night or day.